All right. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I'm lagging. Ooh, okay. This is a little bit red. Let me just close a few screen. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Lori, Kathy, Tracy, Heidi, Anto, Mark, Linda. I'm trying to read all the names. Jamie, iPhone. Like, who's iPhone? Someone changed their name. Ooh, iPhone Stephanie, Lori, Christina, Rodolfo, Carmen, John, Carl, Sharon, Sandy, Charmaine. All right, so I actually want to continue off what we talked about in the crypto foundations, more on the audit. Like I like to call it like sorry guys, I'm like let me close some windows. Ooh, why is it lagging? Yeah, I'm like closing a lot of windows. It's still lagging. Oh, my eyes is red too. So in terms of the audits on, I like to say like a quarterly audit to making sure we're good with the audits. So I want to make sure we covered a lot of materials here. So um yeah, I mean we called it bread and fish, but I know John did in the foundations any testimonies we have. So yeah, let's start off with that one. Two, three testimonies of people are still dialing in. Maybe I'll try to keep the teaching light to 15 minutes. But does anybody have any bread and fish? I know I haven't done this for a while. I just want to go boom, boom, boom. This March, we just wanted to I miss how you order the wallet from Kinesis. Order the wallet. Oh, we can cover that as well. That's simple. The hardware wallet, right? Anto, you're talking about the hardware wallet. How do you order the actual hardware wallet? I think that's in Shop Kinesis Money. That's how you get it. Speed test. There you go. Hardware wallets. There you go. So I think you're talking about this one. Yes. So here, let me get that link for you. Pretty straightforward. There it is to purchase the wallet. I have it here. I actually need time to work on it. So we'll get to there. But yes, does anybody have anything to share? Um, I'm gonna pick on people. Heidi, I know Heidi started a group, which is cool. This is one of my desires. I didn't want to force you guys to have a group, but the research one is really, really powerful, Heidi. I'm like, hey Heidi, is it okay if I spotlight you?
Sure. Hi.
Let me spotlight
Hey.
myself. But thank you for starting that group. I think you mentioned Jamie, Taryn, a few people are in there, but this is
Yeah.
really powerful. I actually want to like, hey, who wants to go deeper? Initial coin offerings. There's some coins, AI coins, robotic coins. So I think we're starting in small form. Beyond Robin's coins, believe it or not, beyond Robin's coins. But I think after you guys go through the Robin's coin, that whole thing. But maybe, yeah, if you have any bread and fish, you want to share what's happening in the group, or yeah, if you have anything to share. How's it been so far in the academy, stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, we had our first last Tuesday, we had our first real coin study group because the first Tuesday we were just kind of finding out what everybody had on their heart that they felt like they wanted us to do and address and how to support each other. So it's a study group. So we're just trying to dive in a little deeper with some of the um, things where we get stuck, and start out with a little bit broader view on what the coin is and just quick little research, and then just find out how we can get it and store it and move it onto a hard wallet. So our group's not full yet. We had about, I think, at 12 at first, and we had um I think six of us or seven of us last week, and it was a nice group. So what we were trying to do is just have a working time together. So like I had my iPad and my computer out, that way we could be researching and trying to work through stuff together. And it's neat because everyone comes to the group with a different area of expertise, and we just share. It's not like a teaching. You do the teaching. We're just trying to take it to the next step, so we feel like we
So
we know what to
thank
do
you.
with it.
Thank you for starting that. So it's we actually have this working session. I don't want to say I'm shutting that down. What I'm saying is I want to spread out the knowledge to everybody. So that's why thank you for starting that because that was my vision to scale this up, especially with
Okay.
100x coming and even the potential of us dropping the foundations to $1 a day. So we're praying when it will make sense to turn that on. But like for this to grow, so the whole idea is we're gonna pull out leaders. I mean, that can do these small groups into the foundation so we can grab some. I'm assuming you have some foundation members. I don't know if you opened it. I think you opened up for accelerators right now, right?
Correct. Yeah, because we don't want to spend the time on the because you already have a lot of stuff on the platform. You just listen to the old
Correct. Correct.
sessions and you learn the basics there.
Correct. And then it's like now it's a deeper group, which is cool because that's what I see here. Because like I mean, I haven't even touched so many things like staking, metaverse, gamify coins. There's just so much out there. Obviously, you're
Yeah.
getting Robin's coins. I spent some time with the mobile coin, the Sense coin, and I'd love to see what you guys are finding. And thank you. I just want to say thank you. And this is where I don't want you guys to put me. In fact, I'm going to throw this out there. This is the first time you guys are hearing this. I don't want to be the product. I don't want to teach all the time. I want to see. I know in my back of my mind, these coaches, the crypto coaching, is going to be in demand, right? So obviously, I mean, coming from Pedro's, there's a big industry in life coaching. And in this case, I mean, I just got off a call where it's another lady. These guys are willing to take a pill, willing to take a plane to Costa Rica and drink something, just a magic pill for something. But I think even in finances and then the crypto journey, I believe this is one of my ideas, which is to raise up crypto coaches and then, you stewarding a group like this, just bouncing off. This is the future, right? This is like they're gonna look for how do I do cryptos? How do I do hardware wallets? I mean, it could be the thing in the past. Like these things could be, remember the CD, DVD, Blu-rays, VHS, what is it? I forgot what it's called, those other cassettes beyond where they don't have this, right? Like right now we have the ETF. So I just want to say thank you, Heidi, for starting that. And I think that when we steward that well, I'll give you some. I think once you guys finish Robin's coins, I want to show you the ICO list where it's already out there. But when you buy it in seed forms, it can go 40, 50, 60x. I have one coin. I mean, I called it up. I bought the render. It's an advanced coin, but that went up 60 times. So like I was like,
Wow.
wow, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like the more knowledge we have, the more I'll get better, right? So thank you, Heidi, for that one. In that case.
Welcome.
Anybody else? And to let me know which group that is. We have a lot of Telegram group. We're rebranding, redoing everything that we're doing. Thank you, Lori. I think Lori had some ideas of we had it. Believe it or not, we had one Telegram group, two Telegram groups. Isaac did the topics to make it simpler because there was just too many information. So then we started, hey, do you have any exchange question? This, and then now we're putting it back. We're looking into an app. So Anto's email support because I don't have enough time to do all of that. So that they can give you the full list. But like that's where we're improving that. Oh, I'm seeing Martha's little one, and that's in my heart too, which is the minus next gen. I mean, we got to teach our kids crypto. So my 12-year-old, she can't buy the cryptos, but I'm gonna let her pick which cryptos. She's gonna have her own wallet. She's gonna understand it. She's already playing on the AI piece. Sorry, this is not an AI call, but that's another piece that's coming in. But anybody else want to share? Martha, I'm gonna pick on Martha. Martha, how's I was like, hey, what's going on? Is it okay if I spotlight you? Is that okay? Is that okay, Martha? Yeah,
Okay,
like
I'm sorry.
how's it
I
going?
came in kind of late, so
No,
I
no, we're just
will.
doing bread and fish. We're just doing bread and fish. How's it going with your crypto journey with Minus Academy? Um,
Good.
yeah, just some like pain points, successes, like you want to share type of deal.
Sure. So, something exciting. I had a number in my mind that I wanted to be invested in by March, and I did reach that number. So I'm excited about that. Um, so that was kind of a win for me to grow my portfolio. Another thing I wanted to highlight is there's another channel I watch. It's I don't know if anyone has ever seen it. It's Now Daily Bread, and it's Sister Sharon. And she actually, I was watching her live one day, and she had mentioned about how she had a dream that Bitcoin went to 4,000. And it just reminded me of what you said, as Mina had that dream too. So it's kind of like solidified it, you know, like hearing it from multiple people about Bitcoin going down to that 4,000. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well.
Wow, that was cool. Do send me that one. I think that's the second or third one I heard with that Bitcoin $4,000 in price. So thank you for that one, Martha. And
Yeah.
you unlock an achievement. So we're gonna share it here. Asmina did share it to the minus bit. Here's one for you, Heidi, for that group. Asmina had a dream of a Karen coin. So this is more advanced. You have to buy it from Pancake Swap. So she heard Karen coin and mortgages. I didn't give her actual permission. I'm just doing this, but you unlocked it because you mentioned Asmina. But I think yesterday, I don't know if it was yesterday. No, it was in the weekend. In the weekend, she mentioned she heard Karen coin and mortgages. So we're like, hey, is that the Karen coin for you to get mortgages or to pay off your mortgage? We don't know, but I think she exercises this, and now that since we started the minus billionaires in training group, that kind of group where okay, a group of 12 at this $100,000 and up in cryptos where okay, what are we hearing now, right? What are we hearing? So this Karen coin, we're just giving that's supposed to be for that group, but like, of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, do your own diligence. Karen coin, pray about it. This I want to call this out. This is where I give you examples, suggestions, but this is in the end this journey is all about hearing the Holy Spirit. So there you go. Karen Coin, Pancake Swap. It's a Dex Morph Advance. If you want to go to that territory, you can check that out there. So Heidi, you can talk about that tomorrow on Tuesday. Karen Coin. This is a really interesting coin. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm like, people don't want to turn on the cameras, but anybody else, you want to raise up your hands? But yeah, today I do want to cover a quarterly audit because in the foundations, highly suggest, guys, this was the original level 1. So in reality, this is kind of level 2, and then the advanced is level 3. So in reality, I'm teaching the foundations and I'm building on top of that, right? So what's unique is the foundation is 5 days, but even that one I teach Monday, maybe Wednesday, then Friday. Really, really basic stuff. iPhone saying carrot coin. I don't know. Karen. Maybe did I say that right? Karen coin. Might as well show it to you guys. It was a it's a I don't know. Like do your own research once again. Might as well show it to you guys. So here it is, Karen coin. It's in CoinGecko. It's better. There you go. Hopefully I didn't pronounce that right. Hopefully I didn't say carrot coin. Karen coin, there it is. So you guys can check it out. You can only get it in Pancake Swap. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to teach it. But that's if you want to check that out. There's the Karen coin. So there you go. Okay. All right. So I wanted to do this concept of quarterly Q1 audits. Because what happened after meeting some people in one-on-one, I realized there's this danger of your software wallet being overwritten, not overwritten, being upgraded. So I think earlier, let me just do a recap. Guys, post in the chat. I'm curious who's not dialing into Kingdom Foundations, Kingdom Crypto Foundations. If you're dialing into Kingdom Crypto Foundations, just type in 1. If not, type into because same thing. That's what I said. This is not the level 1. This is now the level 1 is now the foundation. And I highly suggest be in there. I'm planning to bring Manuel Johnson in there, the prophets, guest speak. Like it's literally our entry kind of level kind of class. In fact, I do want to simplify it even more, but I think most people are dialing in there, so I don't need to repeat it, but might as well. Too early. I apologize, Sharon. Oh, 4 a.m. Wow. We try. So, and if you can, Sharon, the replays are good, but let me do a quick recap. What I mentioned there was, so for instance, MetaMask, sorry, the App Store, MetaMask. So right there, I even have it there. So MetaMask, right? This is MetaMask, the app for the iPhone or the tablet or smart device or your Google Play Store. See, notice how this is version 7.17.1, but if you look at the version history, if you had MetaMask or Coinbase DeFi wallet or Trust wallet or Cent. So this is, let me tell my story real quickly. I had the Mobi wallet. It's before the Sense wallet. And I was like, what the, now it's called the Sense wallet. And I didn't back up the private keys. And then I was like, they're saying, hey, do you have the private keys? And I'm like, I don't have the private keys. I'm like, can you get it for me? And they're like, no, we can't get it for you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I don't think I put mobile coins in there. But then we have another member where she had Coinbase DeFi wallet. She did not back up her private keys and it got upgraded, right? Let's go there. I'm curious now on what version Coinbase wallet is. Let's see. Drum roll. All right. So this is, I don't have it. See Mac app results. Nope. Coinbase. Right, let's just go online, Coinbase, App Store, Coinbase wallet. So when she had it, okay, there's the Coinbase wallet version, drum roll. Okay, maybe I can't see. All right, see how it's version 28. Version 28. So when it goes to a major version, so from 27, version 27 to 28, there's a good chance when you open it, it's gonna say, do you want to create a new wallet or do you want to restore a wallet? And I was shocked when we saw that. I was like, oh man, she lost a few $100s. And for us to learn from this, so that's why I'm like, I mean, that's what I taught in the morning. And to making sure you have software. This is software wallet, right? I'm not going to talk about hardware wallet. Maybe I'll talk about that on Wednesday. Maybe I'll add it to this one because I'm going to plan on talking about it Wednesday. So whether you wrote it down or you put it in here, like, I mean, even this, I mean, I don't think it's going to fall off. But what happens if that letter falls off or two letters fall off? This is where, like in quarterly, like just do an audit. Okay, so I have 8 wallets, 8 hardware wallets, 8 software wallets, somewhere around there. And you're like, hey, just once in a while, like do this exercise with your spouse, right? So let's say Asmina's like, hey, Ash, can you just try this? Right. So she has her MacBook. I'll do it for her. Like I'm just gonna go and then wherever we saved it, restore everything to hers, or same thing. Like I would go Coinbase DeFi wallet. I told this guys post in the chat, test on a second device, test on the second device, test on the second device. Why? If you test on your main device, and you delete it, but then the keys are wrong, you just got rid of all your cryptos in that wallet. So that's why you have it in your phone and you're testing it, test on the second device, your private keys. Okay, because I'm hearing all this horror story. So guys, I mean, let's do a roll call. What's a roll call? Roll call, how many wallets do you have? Let's go with, I just want an idea. All right, let's go with software wallet first. How many software wallets do we have, guys? Like we actually used, obviously, no one that you guys do have cryptos in it, right? Do you have 1? You have 5? You have 8, right? So this is MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase DeFi Wallet, Sense Wallet, Hana Wallet, the extensions, the Polymex Wallet, Koala Wallet. Those are all Robin's Coins kind of wallet. What else do I have here? Hana Wallet, Koala Wallet, Particio Wallet, Phantom Wallet, Polymesh Wallet, Trust Wallet. How many software wallets do you have? So I'm just trying to understand. This is software hot wallets, correct? Right. So we have some numbers here: 1, 3, 2, 0. Someone has 10, 2. Someone use only hardware only. Okay, someone's 3. So in this case, I would test this because let's go worst case scenario, right? Coffee spill, tea spill, like there's the tea, whoop, and you're like, what is that word, right? Or I don't know, hopefully you didn't use pencil or it got smudged, right? You used the marker, you smudged it, like, oh my gosh, what's that word? So just test it, right? So in this case, let's do another roll call, okay, for each of these software wallets. How many copies of your private keys do you have, right? Do you have it in paper? You have it in your spouse or the third person in your will? Do you have it in a Keystone tablet? Do you have it in a key pass, right? So how many do you have? You have 2, someone's saying 2. So why am I saying this? You shouldn't have one. When you have one, big problem, because when you lose that, that's it. You're in big trouble. So good thing I'm seeing 2, 3, 2, 3. So that's good. Why did I say that? Because so we had another person, I don't want to name names. The person did during a move, the person had their first um private keys, they lost it during the move. And then the husband lost it too. That's big. I mean, if they had it in their phone or their laptop, if their laptop or their phone dies, everything in that wallet is gone. So guys, so we understand here. Well, some people have 4. Whoa, that's cool. So here, let's go. So now, here we go. Here's another audit that I'm doing. How many of you, okay, another roll call in your private keys. How many locations are they stored in? So here's a big one. So, because if you have it in a safe, both, or you have it in a drawer, or you both have it in a safety deposit box, you're in big trouble. Do you have it in one place? Do you have it in 2 places? Do you have it in 3 places? Right? So you can put it in the chat, that private keys. So in this example of this couple, they have it during the move, so they had it in the same house, right? Because then if you have that, that's a big trouble. So the first 2, woohoo! Jamie Canadian, Martha, 222, good. Thank you that you guys are paying attention. I did say 3, right? Because like, let me use is Amarinda here. Amarinda did say she had it in her condo apartment area, but then in a bank, but then they're like 1 block away or 2 blocks away. If she had a 9/11 situation, oh my gosh, that's bad, right? I highly suggest, like, if it's a natural disaster, it's those scenarios, right? Like a Israel Hamas kind of scenario, or a forest fire like Bethel or Quebec, or the flooding in or hurricanes in Florida. You want it to be in different cities. So I'm just throwing that out there. Um, Let me go deeper, right? So here, how many miles apart are those locations? Okay, what do I mean by that? Because like in my case in Toronto, right? So like, do you have that 1 mile, 5 miles, 10 miles, 50 miles? How far are they locations? Why am I saying this? If I'm in Toronto, we have nuclear power plants, we have a gas pipe leak. My parents are like what, 15 minutes away. If I had one in my house and I had one in my parents' house, that's 15 minutes away. But if there's a nuclear meltdown, I ain't going to my parents' house. I'm getting my kids out of here, right? So I'm getting them off here, right? So here's at the same one on the first floor, other on the second floor. So I learned this when I was doing IT consulting, where if you have servers, if something was to go wrong, you want them so far away, because if there's something major, like i.e. missile drops, nuclear meltdown, gas pipe leak, it doesn't interfere with the other location. Okay, so Anto, first floor, second floor, just in case a fire comes along. I mean, it's probably gonna almost like, I don't want to say it might burn your whole house down, Anto. So like, I'll be dead. Or so Anto, in this case, I learned it when I was doing the servers, where like Walmart, Amazon, they have multiple servers and other locations so they don't get harmed, right? I would suggest different cities, different states, right? I mean, it's hard to do. So for instance, as me and will have a bank in Orlando, Florida. We'll probably put it in a safety deposit box there. We're planning. I don't have this set up yet, but this is something to think about, especially with what we're hearing. I highly suggest check out my Kingdom Foundation's call this morning of a potential crisis scenario where you want it to be in a different location, right? I don't want it to put doom and gloom. That's why I wear this hat, right? Glory days, not gloomy days. But that whole, just to be prepared, right? Let's learn from 9/11. 9/11, I mean, my cousins lived in Brooklyn, New York. But if you were there, like, I mean, it's like 1 in a million that's happening. But like what's happening in Israel, and in Gaza Strip, in the Israel Hamas war, what's happening in Ukraine, Russia, guys, our city is not bulletproof. So I'm gonna call that out, especially with what's happening in your borders. Um, I don't want to put doom and gloom. I just want us to be prepared, because you work so hard, guys. Post in the chat. Everyone go like this. Kingdom is defense first versus offense. Kingdom is defense first versus offense. I also saw another YouTube. I didn't even know this. Like, they can, I think, is it FEMA or something, an organization can seize your stuff like in an event of a disaster, right? I was like, whoa, right? So employing this multi-strategy kind of location, multi-storehouses, multi-safe house strategy is there's wisdom in there. Imagine if you had all your food in my basement right here. I mean, I could put some in my parents' house or another safe house somewhere up north. But this whole idea of your private keys, let's learn from what happened in 9/11 um, scenario. Okay, so now that's one. Here's the third one. Does anybody use key pass? Post in the chat. Post in the chat if you use key pass already or some type of password vault, right? Do you use that? Put a one if you do. If you don't, type in two. So this is what remembers your password. We have one master password, or you have like you use Face ID. Okay, not a lot of people use that. So this is what I don't teach. So I was gonna teach this on Wednesdays. So please be there for Kingdom Foundations Wednesday or watch the replay. I'm gonna show you how to store. I mean, actually, I can't because I don't have the screenshots. I tried doing it today and it didn't work, but I think there's a way to do it. But in your key pass, right, let me go there. Right here. I think I did a lesson on it. Key pass. Right. So here is the app. You can download it based on downloads based on your operating system. Here's the QR code for people watching replays, and here is the URL. But the whole idea is in the password section, you can actually store your private keys. Okay. Why am I sharing this? This is only for software wallets and hot wallets, not for hardware wallet. That's not there's no wisdom in that one because it's in the software. Now you have a mobile, right? In fact, I rarely write my stuff down. My software wallets are all in a key pass, one master password that as me and I only know a file. We're probably gonna give our firstborn that one, but they only know that master password. Very, very hard and complicated password with a lot of caps, symbols, numbers, letters, uppercase, lowercase, but we can store it there. Okay. So Mary, the version 2.56, KeyPass 2.x, depends on what you have. I mean, I will answer that here because I didn't want to overwhelm them in there. KeyPass XC uh download when you download it, yeah, 2.2.7, it always shows you the most recent version, Mary. So like the download one, it'll show you the most recent version, right? So this is what I use for Mac, the KeyPass XC. That's what I use. So I'm gonna teach this a little bit of it on Wednesday. That's not today's teaching, right? So what I'm saying is you can keep your private keys in the password section when you start it. See how beautiful this is? This same file works in all operating system, right? Android, iPhone, iPad, Mac OS, and drumroll, even Windows. So it can work in all those that file format. Okay. So far we talked about software wallets, this audit. So I highly advise you. Okay, so some of you guys that have 1, 2, 3, 5, I highly suggest test it, especially if you have it written down. I'm like, I mean, I can see it already, like coffee, water, getting it tear, or even getting it smudged, right? I don't know if you wrote it in pencil. Highly suggest you don't write it on pencil, right? Things, I mean, maybe you wrote it and you're like, oh, I knew I wrote tear or crane, and then you're like, you can read your writing, but then what happens if you can't even read your writing? Like, what did I write there? So this audit, like, especially if you write it down, see, this is the beauty of if you use the key pass, because what I do is I get it, I store it in the key pass, and then what do I do? I send the crypto there. Sometimes I send the crypto, sometimes I don't. But then I delete the app. And before even sending balance in it, there you go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So before you send a balance, I delete the app or I delete the extension, and then I reinstall that MetaMask, that Trust Wallet, that Coinbase DeFi wallet, whatever software, hot software wallet, and then I go key pass. In fact, even the key pass that I email to myself. So I email to myself and to Asmina I put a date stamp to say, okay, this is March 18th. Yesterday was March 17th, whatever. And then I even that one, I test it because I email it out to myself. And then I literally open the KeyPass file in my email, and then I put in the master password. And then I'm like, okay, let me see if I can restore this. That's the kind of testing that I do. Okay, so if you're going to do that approach, more details on Wednesday for that piece, right? So remember, this is only for software hot wallets. So what are we doing this Q1 audit? Making sure you have access to your wallet. Okay, any questions? That's what I can see. Spills, rips. Some people said they're gonna laminate it. If it burns, it burns. That's why this is more superior. Obviously, this is $50. This is supposed to be the final state. Like you shouldn't even have anything in there. Like this hot wallet is treated like a wallet, right? Meaning funds go in and out, in and out, in and out, nonstop. It's hot. It's always moving, right? The deep storage. That's why I want to call this not cold wallet. I actually want to call this a cold safe or a cold vault. These things, this is where you need this. It's not moving that frequent. It's cold, less activity. Okay. Any questions in the audit of the software wallet? So guys, please test, because I'm hearing this. I mean, doing some one-on-ones, helping some people on the side. They're like, hey, I didn't write it down. I didn't write the number down. Sometimes when we test, we only test certain keywords, right? Have you guys experienced that? Sometimes we don't test all the words. I remember, I don't know if it's Trust Wallet or MetaMask. You only test three of the 12 words or 5 of the 20 down, all of that pieces, right? So where does it download to? I'm not too sure your question, Tracy. Let me unmute you, or let me give you the ability to unmute yourself. Tracy, I'm not too sure your question. Where does it download to? So remember, all this is just software to keep. It's a file. It's a file that keeps a record of all your passwords. Does that make sense, Tracy? And then that's what it's called. KeyPass. You keep your passwords. So instead of memorizing all your usernames and all your passwords, you have it in this file, so you can like quickly bring it up. My Coinbase password, my Binance password. By the way, that's the way I taught it. That's how to keep track. So same thing there. Thank you, Holy Spirit. For those guys, post in the chat. Who does paper only record of exchange username and password? Okay, so this one's not too bad because you can reset this, right? Post a 1 if you only do paper. So in your notebook, you're writing it down. So this is the same thing. This is where that's where the KeyPass is superior, where the KeyPass, that file, has all your exchange username and password. And in this case, I'm teaching you guys to put it in the KeyPass. So like same thing. What happens if your notebook, I have no notebook here. I don't do notebooks. I do everything digital. So in your notebook, it gets smudged, right? Your children spill something on it, rips it, your dog eats it. My dog ate my homework, right? So all these people who does paper only, there's a risk. Obviously, this one is not too bad because your email and the password could be reset. So this one you can get away with. Okay, KeyPass gets hacked. So Yvette, that's why the pick your heart, right? Yvette, meaning it has a master password that no one ever knows. Like no one could ever figure that out. So once again, this is like your strongest password, 15 character plus, symbols, uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. Only as me and I know this password. So that's the risk. And that's why this is temporarily. That's why that's still temporarily. The superior one is this. Okay, Yvette, that's why you shouldn't have your cryptos fully in there. I did say, because of what's happening now, people are opening up their 8 trust wallets right now while they're ordering for this. But this is where you want to have that. Okay. 1 copy is in my large heavy safe. Good. All right, so we did software wallet. Let's go hardware wallet. So same thing, guys. Obviously, I mean, ledgers, I mean, all these other hardware wallets, how do you test it? Some of them have the flow to retest your private keys, or even just eyeball it, right? To say, hey, view my private keys, and then just let your husband, your wife, your spouse, your best friend, third person, your will to just double check it, right? Just, I mean, in this kind of level, you have this, you have your private keys. I mean, the metal from it falling down is pretty rare, but same thing. I think sometimes, oh no, I know the ledgers, you test each word. For sure, you test each word. But here's another one. Every time you make a second copy, right? So in this case, let's go with paper. When you make that first copy, you tested this. The second copy, you're just eyeballing to make sure it matches this one. I highly suggest that when you make a second and a third copy, test that in the second device, right? So what does that mean? You have your second copy, right? So in this case, when you're creating brand new ones, I would test it before putting balance in it, right? So if I was to create one, delete it, try to restore that first device, and then with your second one that you wrote. And if you wrote a third one, same thing, delete it, test it a third time. But if it has balance already, guys, post in the chat. If it has balance already, test with a second device. If it has balance already, test with why? Because if you had the first device and you delete the private keys and you try restoring it, and you're like, this is not working, you're big trouble. So I would test with the second device and vice versa. When you have the third backup, I would test in the second device. So any questions so far? Is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? Oh, there's your little one. No, my weakness, babies. Okay, missing my babies upstairs. So Martha. So like in this case, we're testing the software wallet, the hardware wallet. We're testing that one. Sometimes even you don't haven't peaked it yet, and you're like, oh, there's some cryptos in there. There's some NFTs in there. So that's another piece in there. Let me see some questions here. Ledger has a recovery check app. Thank you, Sharon. Recovery check app for us to check. We have copy paste. Very good. Thank you, Sharon, for that one. Is it safe to have it on a key pass? No, not the hardware wallet. So I'm hoping you're talking about the software, the hardware wallet. Do not keep that key pass. That's not wise. That one is purely Keystone tablet. So Amir, let me bring that up so I'll make sure. Amir, you're referencing to the hardware wallets, correct?
Yes, or if a software wallet, is that safe too? And my question applies to.
It's pick your hard, right? Because look, obviously, if they have your book or you crack your safe, they got your private keys. So same thing. That master password has to be like 15 plus characters. Don't keep it simple, right? Like it's gonna take them forever. There's this app. Here we go. I know there's some here. Password tester. So here's the password strength meter. It's gonna tell you how long it takes. Like if I type in password 123, like right there, I mean that's dumb, right? So check this out. If I go PA SSW see how this takes 63 seconds to crack the right 20 24 Jesus, I don't know. Like, see how, okay, now it's 13 characters. Okay, E. Now we're getting somewhere. See, 6 hours. Now we type in S, 24 days, right? U, 6 years. S, right? 16 hours. 0, 2 months. V, 16 years. So here's a good tester, right? Jesus loves you. 4 years. But this is interesting that you can test your password here. Okay, so I'm going to test my password here, hopefully without you guys seeing it. There's the password meter. So now let's say I'm not going to show my password. So here's one of my current passwords, right? That's one of my current passwords. That takes 3 months to crack, right? Here's my, hopefully, my, what do you call this? This is my Asmin and I's KeyPass password. Okay. There you go. That's Asmin and I's KeyPass password. 6,000 years to crack.
1,000 years. That's the one that I.
This is a very good tool, right? Because if you have something simple, you know, I mean, I love Jesus. I mean, are you kidding me? Right. So here's a good way to test it. That's why it's only you, your spouse, and the third person in your will knows that password. Okay. So you can test that there. But I still say do not keep your hardware wallet into this file. Don't keep that in a Keystone tablet. So let's go with this audit. You should have 3 copies of this. Obviously 3 times 8, that's crazy, 24. But same thing, this audit, I'm actually gonna ask Asmina, hey, my love, can you restore our wallets? Here it is. Here's with your copy, so that you know how to restore it. And obviously we're busy with Minus and the kids and her book, but she'll get to it. At least she knows the flow. And then that third person in your will, same thing. Hey, third person in your will, can you just test it to make sure it's good? At least one of the 8, so you have the flow, something like that. But this audit is making sure you're testing it, because I don't know, like I don't think the thing will fall off, but make sure the screws is in there. But testing it is key. But maybe you misplace one word, like you see an O with a 0, I don't know, or an L with an I, and you're like, wait, that's an L. No, that's an I don't know. So that kind of word, pale, whatever, some kind of word that has that, and you're like, oh, I didn't know. But that's why that testing it, every time you set this up, test it. Second one, set it up, test it. The third one, set it up, test it. Not just make an assumption you made one and you eyeball it that it matches, right? So sorry, that's beyond what I just said. Don't put this into the keystone, into the key pass. Do not.
Only password, no C phrases or anything.
Seed phrase for the hot wallet, because the hot wallet is already displayed in your computer. So I mean, that's why it's different from the hardware wallet. So I am saying as another precaution for what's happening. So sometimes people are not writing it down. I would do a copy and paste and put it into the Keystone, KeyPass for hot software wallet. For hardware wallet, i.e. safe or vaults, cold storage, these ones never keep it online. Don't put anything online. Don't take a picture of it. It's always in this metal. Does that make sense, Everett?
Okay, and the bolts are in the houses.
Sorry?
And the bolts that you're using are in the houses, no on the safe deposit bolt.
No, I would put it. So right now, that's one of our strategy. When we go to Florida, I'm gonna open up a TD bank and I'll probably put a safety deposit box in there, and I'll put these things in there. I'll put some stuff in there because I had a TD bank in Orlando, so I would keep it there because at least something goes wrong in Toronto. If I had to go straight to Florida, right, I have everything in there. So vice versa, I'll probably, Asmin and I, when we go to Philippines or Congo, we'll set something up in there as well.
So I'm leaving tomorrow to Florida to go to the conference. I'm gonna go and open an account then.
That's a good strategy. So Sharon saying, can we trust banks? Manuel Johnson did say banks are not going to collapse. They're going to adjust, right? They're going to take a big hit. They're going to continue working. But what I'm saying is, can we trust banks? I would go with the big banks, Sharon. So I would go with top 5 banks. I mean, they've proven themselves. They're going to continue working. And then, yeah, I mean, that's a safety deposit box. Okay, someone breaks into it. They see it, they're like, what is this? Right? They're gonna be like, what is this? I mean, that's why then we're covered with 1/8, right? So you have 8 hardware wallets, because if that's all that you have in there, but then now you have all wallets there. So the good question, Sharon. It's the same thing, right? Like you would keep, there's insurance, right? You would keep your jewelry in there, your keys to your home, all these pieces. That's why, okay, now I'm thinking about it, Sharon, like, do you trust the banks? Pick your heart, right? Okay, do you have a safe? Do you have a safe within the safe, right? Like all the stuff that you can think of. Obviously, Kingdom is defense first versus offense. You want to protect what you have, type of scenarios, right? So
Okay, thank you.
right. So Kathy's saying don't trust banks. iPhone is saying credit unions. I don't trust the banks. I mean, safety deposit box. Like, do you go to a storage center? Right, some storage center have have safety deposit box. I like the bank's security. They have rigorous security type of scenarios. But pray about it. Talk to your spouse on all that. Okay. All right. I've got 13 minutes. Any questions so far? I wanted this to be an audit of what we're doing. Let's go with exchange. I mean, the exchange passwords, it's not too bad. Because you can reset your passwords. There are some secondary passwords, that's trading and funding password. So same thing. I keep that in a key pass, right? So I don't memorize all my password. I don't write it down on paper. I'm a digital guy. But now for people who's writing it down, they can have a secondary way using KeePass to store their username and password. Like, okay, my username and password, because I have multiple emails, I have Asmina's, I have my children. So it just keeps organized in this KeePass. Let me see if I can take some screenshots. Okay, so like you guys can see it. The drum roll, I think you can see some here. There you go. So it looks like this. Thank you. Here we go. So this looks like this, right? You create a database. Okay. You put a master password. Remember, test this master password here because that better be very strong. You saw ours took like forever to crack. Okay. And then you name your database, whatever that database is. This is what I'm going to show to foundations on Wednesday. And then you can just leave this. If you're techie, you can play around with it. If not, just leave it the way it is. And then there you go. You can import. You don't have to do that because you shouldn't have anything. So here we go. Now you can see this is what it looks like. Okay, or is it? Oops. Okay, so this is all the setup. You can, this is for the import, so you don't need to worry about the screen. This is where it matters. So it looks like this. So now you can categorize it. See how here's Apple, Dropbox, Netflix. You can have your username, the URL, and then the password. See how the password is masked, right? You can't see it. This is where you can stick in your KeePass. So what I have is I have Trust Wallet, Asmina or Erwin, and then the password will be the keys, or even it'll be the combination of the actual passwords or the PIN with the private keys hidden inside here. So now it's all stored. So whenever I need access to it, I can look at that there, right? So let me put that here so you guys can see, and I'll go. Actually, I'm just gonna talk about it on 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 Wednesday. Okay, so here's some more screens. That's people watching replayed Facebook and YouTube. So here's another one. So this is how you would enter it. You would say, what is this? What's the username? You don't have to have a username. And then the password in here is what it's the private keys. Okay. You can put some fancy stuff, and you can even get it to generate a password for you, right? So look how strong this password is. I like that feature to show you how strong it is. This is very good feature because, I mean, you getting hacked, like someone figuring out your password and you using this, is like not gonna happen because it generates it here, right? Oops. What else? Look at that. See this? See how, look at this. It's like a private key. You see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 words. So see here how this is similar to a private key. Okay. Look at that. I didn't even know about this. There's a health check. It shows you if your passwords are weak, right? I think Google does this, but look at that. It tells you if they're weak. So that's why it's good to put your stuff in here. I haven't used this feature. Maybe I'll start using this. So it tells you, oh, this password is weak, and then strengthening that. Yeah, I think that's it. And then there's some fancy features. You don't need to use all that fancy features. I only use this to keep track of all my passwords. Usually my password. Okay. Any questions? What else? Audit. Okay, let's go. Exchanges. Same thing in your exchange. I'm curious. Do you guys use coin stats? Type in 1, if not type in 2. I use coin stats to keep track of all my cryptos. Let me give you guys my referral link. Because sometimes you might find don't even have a referral link, probably not. Where you can find some hidden hidden NFTs or cryptos, and then you can actually like, wow, this is how we found $250,000 in one of our coins. We're like, oh, we didn't know that was in there. You get airdrop of cryptos or coin that's actually legitimate, not something to scam you. I don't have my referral link, I don't think, but you guys can check that out. I'm just curious, anybody uses that? Merlin, some people use Merlin. Thank you. I think it was Michelle who shared that. There's another tool. I started using Merlin. Awesome, Sandy. So let me go with Merlin. What is this Merlin? I think we'll talk about this in our advanced class. There you go. Merlin, appmerlin.com. Let me copy that as well. So this audit, right? Because like you have all your cryptos here and you're like, whoa, something just blew up. Like if you don't know, Solana blew up, meaning a lot of money. Shiba blew up. Maybe you want to take out your money that you put it in there, right? Or like an NFT blew up. So like you're like, wow, this has gone up like crazy. Okay. All right, Charmaine, do you have a teaching to set up exchanges with corporations? Seems to be quite complicated. Sure, Charmaine, you're Canadian. I did mine. It was pretty straightforward. I just did um my business document. So let's take that in the advanced, Charmaine. I don't have a teaching. I never taught that. That's more of the advanced, the business accounts. Now we're going deeper, deeper type of deal. I think definitely for sure Q4, the way Prophet Robin said, Q4 is going to be more than $100,000. So definitely that'll be in part of my roadmap for this year, leading up for Q3, Q4. Okay, Charmaine, and I know you're Canadian. Let's bring that to the minus Canadians. It's pretty straightforward. All right, any more questions, comments, concerns? This was really light. I still feel let's go with the landscape of what's happening in the crypto space. March 18th, we are March 18th. We are in the down market, a big crash. We were at 70, what, 73K, 74. Now we're down. We were down to as low as 63. Whoop, 64. Now we're at 67. I still feel anytime now we'll hit that 100K. It could be this week. I know I've been saying that anytime now. My kids are like, Dad, like, what you're saying is sometimes not true. So I was like, yes, son, yes, daughter. I still feel like, especially with what I heard since September, October. Oh, look at that. Is this a new one now? Oh, the original chart. Interesting original chart. Maximum bubble territory. Okay, that's the original chart. That's not what we want. Bitcoin, rainbow chart, V2. What? Why are you going to the okay, rainbow chart? Why is it going to the main one? The original one. Interesting. Okay. Like, why is it automatically going to rainbow chart? Tools, Bitcoin rainbow chart. Is this the new one? Interesting. Why is it saying, oh, there. So I was like, they changed it. That was the original. Here's the new. Okay. So you can see here what I saw, right? You see that little little dip. It's so ding, like you can't even notice it. I believe we're still on our track to 100,000. Um, it doesn't mean should I share the word? Doesn't mean I had March 1st, 31st. March 31st, around there, March 31st, hodl. Wow, we're in the yellow. So this is very interesting. Did I update this? No. Okay, we're into yellow mark. So this is interesting because do we hodl, do we buy still? And I mean, to make it clear, yes, we should continue buying because of the prophetic word of 100,000. Thank God for the prophetic and what we're seeing. And once again, the 100,000 is just the light orange. That's just right here. We're not at the red. The full red is just right here. And then maybe I missaw what I saw. All I knew is it wasn't blue. I saw it was the upside down, and we're really close. The orange here, 100,000, and there's a possibility that I'll be like, hey, but I saw red, Lord, and then there's a possibility they might do drum roll, a Bitcoin rainbow chart version 3, right? So there's a good chance they might do a Bitcoin rainbow chart version 3. Ooh, that one's crashing. All right. Any questions? Okay. I sprayed last week. I went to Trust in order to move my Terra Luna class. It's a Trust wallet. You said store the Trust wallet because it's safer than third-party wallets like Galaxy Station, which was my concern. I expressed last week. However, I did a thorough search for long in token search for a Trust wallet, and the only thing that comes up is Luna on Trust wallet, but Terra Luna Classic coming soon. So Sharon, it is there. Should have been there. Let me see one of my Trust wallets. Let me go go. Trust wallet. Trust wallet. There, where are you? Incorrect password. Okay, there you go. I mean, I see it right now, Luna Classic. So here's one of it. So you see how right here, I mean, I can do a brand new install. Luna Classic is right there. It's tricky. Not here. Don't do it here. Do it here. When you scroll down, it says manage crypto. That's how you add, right? You know, like you can see Ton Coin at Ton and Binance Smart Chain. You can see Luna Classic right there. So Sharon, that's how you find it. Once again, once you have the Trust Wallet, you scroll all the way to the bottom. It says manage crypto, not the search bar. Because sometimes, let me see here. You know what? Let me just delete it. Let me see a brand new. Do I have that backed up? I think so. Let me see here. Remove from Chrome. All right. So let's see if it's brand new. Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet. Okay. Download. Download for Chrome. Here we go. Add to Chrome. Create new wallet. Put a password. Okay. Improve. I don't make sure you don't share this because they can see what you're doing. No thanks. Your wallet is ready to use. Notice it didn't tell you to back it up. So there you go. Open wallet. Got it. I'm ready to use my wallet. Receive. See how it's saying back up your secret phrase. It's good. Doing the classic. It's right there. So Sharon, I don't know what you're saying. Or maybe you're talking about the app. Sharon, where are you? Let me unmute you. Hey Sharon, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the Chrome extension. I used the Brave, the Brave extension. I used Brave.
You couldn't see
Yeah,
the classic?
I clicked on manage crypto and I just typed in Lunk and all that comes up on different networks, you know, like Polygon and Ethereum.
This is in the Brave
which is,
browser.
you know, the Luna 2.0. But
This is
Luna Classic, it just says coming soon. I couldn't find.
this is in
what the-
the Brave browser, right? Sorry, is my internet lagging? Whoop. Sharon, is this in Brave browser?
No, that wouldn't have anything to do with it, right? I connected
Sorry, I think
my
I'm lagging.
Yeah, like I didn't create a soft wallet. I used my ledger, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay. So that I have to see it.
Maybe is it possible Ledger? I don't know. Ledger doesn't support Trust for the Luna Classic, or that's not really.
Oh, I have to see that. It's been a while. So Ledger, Trust Wallet.
Ooh.
Sorry, you're doing a Ledger with the Trust Wallet?
Oh, whoops! I couldn't hear you. I just sorry. Yeah.
So Ledger is for a
calling
MetaMask.
the Customer Assistance Center for PSBC Long Island. Also on the web at PSB.
Okay, I think that was you, Emran. Yeah. So, Sharon, you're using your Ledger to your Trust Wallet or Ledger with MetaMask?
No, Ledger with Trust Wallet.
I haven't done that before. Ledger with your Trust Wallet. Let me see. How did you do that? I might have to take this offline, but when you download Trust Wallet, so like I just did it. I have so much windows open, so I'm gonna delete it again.
Maybe I either used my Trezor or my Ledger. I can't remember, but I
Oh,
know
so you're trying to do from a hardware wallet, right? Not just not the software. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you download the Trust Wallet or Chrome, add it to Chrome. Let me see here. Share screen. Okay. See how connect your ledger, right?
Yep.
So that's what you did. Okay, I have to test it. I haven't done this for a while. Why it's not going right with the Trust Wallet? So I'll check that out. I can't see it right now. I have my ledger. Actually, let's see. It's probably gonna say connect your ledger.
I could try it the other way as well, like just the software wallet, and then see if it comes up, and then I'll know that it's.
It'll
this
come up. It'll
hardware
come up in the
wallet.
software wallet. I just showed it to you, right? So that one
Okay.
will come up. Let's see here. So here, see how it's open the Ethereum app in your ledger. So that's a whole new
Yep.
flow. So I'll have to check that out. Type of situation. Right. Post in the chat in the Telegram for the accelerator. Okay. All right. I think we have one more question. Then we'll do some breakout rooms. Here, Mary, go ahead.
Hi, Orrin. I'm trying to. Oh, by the way, that I was able to log into Upwork. So I'm trying to transfer the ton and data to Trust Wallet from Upwork, and
Uphold?
data.
Uphold? From Uphold?
Yeah, Upwork. Yeah, Upwork. And the ton coin. Those are the network in Trust Wallet. There are two kinds, ton and ton coin. And I don't know which network I need to choose.
So there's only for ton, there's only the ton. So let's go.
Okay, so ton coin, no, right? Just ton.
There's
The
no,
logo is the same though.
There's no ton coin. There's only ton. I mean, we can see it.
In network, in Trust Wallet.
Right. So.
And ton coin is BNB Smart Chain, it say.
Yeah, not that one. Not that one.
Not that one. Okay, just
So
ton.
that, remember the match see right here. See ton? I don't know what
Uh-huh.
you're saying that other ton coin. I don't. This one you're talking about. This ton coin smart chain. That's Binance Smart Chain. Yeah. So you can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says smart chain right there.
Uh-huh.
I see the icon. You can see wrap ton coin on smart chain.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the
Not
native.
that one.
This is the native. Like you can see how the other picture is the actual network. See ton coin, right? Believe it or not, you can actually have ethers going into the ton network, even the clay going to the ton network. But that
Okay.
talking about the ton coin smart chain, see how it's in the Binance Smart Chain.
Okay. Just ton then.
Everything has to match, and then make sure you do a small amount. Always do a small amount. So your ton coin can transfer in Ethereum, and ton coin can. Well, I don't know what this is. That's something else. Yeah. So ton coin is for Binance Smart Chain, and ton is for the ton network.
Okay, because in Upwork also I have to choose the network, and Upwork is kind of tricky. It only has the ton coin. No, it doesn't have ton.
So that's fine because you can keep it in your Binance Smart Chain, right? So right here, you turn this on, right? Ton coin. I don't advise it. I always say try to keep it in on the main network, right?
Uh-huh.
Uphold doesn't offer you this, but only offers you this. You can do that, right? So ton coin, there you go. This is the ton coin in Binance Smart Chain. Here's your then there's your, see how it's BEP20, and then here's your wallet. The wallet for BEP20 always 0x. The ton coin is different. See how the ton is EQ.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and send only ton to this ton brackets the network ton to this address. Anything else will result to loss. Send only ton coin to this ton coin. Anything else will be lost, right?
Okay. In Trust Wallet it looks obvious, but in Upwork it's kind of like it's confusing. So that's
So that's why I always make sure you do a test account. They're pretty good in exchanges, meaning if you put the wrong address, they'll say doesn't even make sense. It doesn't match. So, but then if you do the test, it'll work, right? So
you know what, on Upwork there is only ton coin. There's no ton. So I guess I have to choose the ton
Binance
coin
Smart Chain.
Ethereum.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. In Trust Wallet as well, right?
Ton coin,
Yes.
Binance Smart Chain, right? You said ton coin, and then it's the yellow.
Hold on. Oh man, I lost it.
Right. So
Hold on. I have to.
I have Uphold too.
So if the Upwork has only ton coin, then I have to choose also ton coin in Trust Wallet because they have to be matched, right? Because Upwork does not have Ton. It only has Toncoin for the network.
which is the Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
So,
but then
sure
fee is
it
gonna be a
works.
lot then.
No. Binance Smart Chain is like $1 or less. The Toncoin is pretty cheap, but the Binance Smart Chain is pretty cheap. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And Theta, Upwork does not have a Theta, any network for Theta. Do you have any idea, what network, any other network that I can use to transfer to Trust Wallet?
Did you say it doesn't have no network?
Right, for Theta.
So you can't even withdraw it.
No.
You can't withdraw it. That's what I've been hearing with these upholds. I've been testing around with it. I haven't played around with it in a while. That means you can't even withdraw that. That's what I heard with Luna Classic as well. So unfortunately, my uphold is different from you guys because I have Canadian uphold and there's some differences. So if it doesn't show any network, that means you can't even withdraw this.
Yeah, Theta, there's no network to transfer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard that with Luna Classic, and I couldn't even test that because I can't even get Luna Classic.
I see.
As a Canadian, I can't even buy Luna Classic in my uphold account. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Erwin.
No
Thank you.
problem. Okay. I think I'm done. Let me see here. This is an extension. So Lori, that one is Trust Wallet is an extension and an app. Okay. What coins do you think will bye-bye? I don't know, Lori. Definitely most of them is like similar to that's not in Profit Robbins coins. Definitely anything that doesn't have value. I don't have the names for it, but that's why we're going heavy into Profit Robbins coins. Okay. I purchased Loon on Kraken because of it. Okay, so there you go. So that's good call, Kathy. Luna Classic and Kraken because you can't withdraw it in Uphold. Okay, let me talk about this real quick because now it's stuck in exchange. So guys, be careful when you can't withdraw it. So because if it's stuck there, if Uphold goes stuck, like Uphold jail, you're in big trouble. So Kathy, thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna share that to people where keep it off the exchange. You're taking like pick your hard, pick your hard type of deal, right? Okay, I think the last question is Amrindia. Go ahead, Amrindia.
I had a question because when I was creating the Trust Wallet on the PC, you just show how to create it. But what caught my attention is that every time you create a wallet anywhere, MetaMask or anything, it gives you the option for you to create the C phrases.
Create a brand new one. A brand new one. Yep.
When a brand new one, exactly. But when I was creating my wallet in the PC, it brought me directly, it skipped that part that get your C phrases. So I stopped because I said, well, I never had created one. So why is it give me,
This is in the Windows machine?
Yes.
For Trust?
For Trust. So what I did was, okay, I created the try on my phone and it makes sense. It gave me the C phrases and stuff like that. But I wanted it to use my computer and see the one that I created, but it's not letting me. So it was very weird. Why is it going to bring me to the page, skip the page of the C phrases? And it allowed me to put when you get into your password, but then the next step is C phrases. And that.
Correct. I think that's what I saw as well, right? I said I create a password. Or you're saying you're not seeing the option of create versus and import. It's just saying create a password?
Yeah, create a C phrase. I didn't see the option of creating a C phrase when I am just trying to, for the first time, create an account.
Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot in the Telegram group or in the Facebook so I can see it. I'll test it. I have my PC right here. I need another keyboard. My keyboard is not working on my PC, so I'll test.
The strange thing is that every time you create a wallet, hard wallet, soft wallet, any wallet, you have to get the option when you are just first time creating, you get your C phrases. That when I was
correct, either create or import. Correct, should be. If that's already something there, maybe Chris already created one.
No, Chris doesn't. With crypto, he's not.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to teach him.
Make sure
So
he knows
no,
what you know, because if you
I
have to
know,
go
I know.
then keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in the back of your mind, especially for your spouses. Make sure they know some, so they don't have to contact Minus Academy. But we're here to support, just in case something happens.
So I
Okay.
was thinking like this wallet is what is if somebody got it or something because it doesn't make sense. Why shouldn't give me the C phrases?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
give it for the first
This is an
time.
extension or this is an app?
No, this one was when I was trying to do it on my computer, on my PC, on my window, in the PC.
Create. That's strange. No, this is an app. The Trust app.
No, I was trying to do that on the PC because there is an
On
option
your
like
PC, you're trying to create a Trust
a
wallet
Trust wallet on my PC.
using an extension in Chrome or Brave.
Yes, it's extension in one of those, whatever. I think it was Brave or Chrome.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd like to see the screenshot. Take a screenshot and post it. That's interesting.
Okay.
Okay, guys, way over time. If you guys can stay 8 minutes, 3 to 4 person in the room. I did say we're gonna start trying to do this. I think we should set it up already. I have to finalize with Asmina and the team where we want these small groups of 12. I mean, Heidi has one. My vision is, I'm ready. I'm throwing out there. I'm assigning you already. Gather all the New Yorkers. But the whole idea is these groups. I know we have some people in Australia, New Zealand, people in UK. But we have these groups where we can help each other out. And then, like the whole idea is I'm trying to see here. I think what I'll do is whatever I teach in the foundation, in this case, this whole piece right now I'm teaching, I'm gonna have like maybe a series of questions, 3 questions. Your group can meet, talk about it, pray about it. That's the vision of this group. And then you can grow together in that group, right? So like obviously when we start the challenges, preferably, that group is the group inside that challenge, but then I want to grab it from people from advanced or anybody that's willing to lead a group. So I know I've been saying this whole concept of family group, but I think this is crucial with what's about to happen because when we have all these series of questions, obviously we're ramping up our staff, but at the same time, this is where it's just fun. It's just fun to do it together, to go deeper, type of situation, right? So these family groups and all that piece is gonna come to play. Okay. All right. So the rooms are open. Groups of 3 and 4. You can go join it. Thank you. And if you can, go foundations. Tuesday and Thursdays is the working session for the foundations, and I try to teach the Wednesday and Friday. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna stop the recording.